It is something that helped me, my students, and many people around the world. The topic is reading. Yes, reading books in English. Many students ask me, why should I read? I already watch English videos. I listen to podcasts. I go to classes. I do grammar exercises. So why should I also read books? I always smile and say, because reading is the best way to grow your English. Reading helps you in ways that nothing else can. You may think reading is hard or boring, but reading is powerful. It is simple. It is fun if you do it the right way. And today, I want to tell you how reading can make your English better, faster, and more natural. First, let me tell you something important. In the past, people did not read much. Many people never read books in their whole life. But now, reading is a big part of life. We read texts, emails, news, social media, signs, and more. If you want to work in a good job, you need to read and write. It is the same in every country. Even if you are a chef or a driver or a nurse, you need to read things. So reading is not only for school. It is for life. And if you want to read well in English, you must read often. Reading can help you with many parts of English. It helps your vocabulary. It helps your grammar. It helps your writing. It also helps your speaking. You may say, but how can reading help me speak? It helps because you see the language in action. You see how people talk. You see how sentences work. You see how words are used. Later, when you speak, your brain remembers the things you read, and you start to speak better and more naturally. Some people think reading only helps reading, but that is not true. Reading helps all parts of language. It is like magic, but the magic only works if you enjoy it. If you read for fun, you learn more. If you read for a test, you learn less. When we read things we like, we want to keep reading. We feel happy, and our brain learns faster. That is why I always say, read what you love. If you love stories, read stories. If you love cooking, read recipes. If you love comics, read comics. There is no wrong book. All books can help you. Just choose one that makes you smile. Many students tell me, I want to read, but it is too hard. I need a dictionary for every sentence. I feel tired. I stop reading. I understand. That is why I made this channel. I want to help you love reading. I want to help you start easy. That is very important. When you start, read very easy things. Read things where you understand almost everything. Maybe you know 95 or even 98% of the words. That is perfect. Because then, you don't need to stop. You don't need a dictionary. You just enjoy the story. You follow the words. You feel the rhythm. You start to think in English. And that is the goal. I want you to feel English, not translate it. I want you to feel the meaning, not look at grammar rules. When we read, we meet words again and again. We see grammar again and again. Slowly, our brain starts to understand, and we do not forget, because it is not just a lesson, it is an experience. I want to tell you a short story. One of my students was a boy from Korea. His name was Min. He loved video games, but he hated English. He thought English was too hard. Then I gave him a short comic book in English about robots. He opened it and started to laugh. He liked it. He read more. Then he read another one. After 2 months, he finished 10 comic books. One day he said, "Teacher, I don't use a dictionary anymore." I smiled. His English got better because he read what he loved. No tests. No pressure. Just fun. That is the power of reading. There are many stories like Min's. Another student, Amina from Egypt, wanted to speak English well. She tried many things, but she was afraid to talk. Then she read a short romance story in English. She liked it. She read one every week. After 3 months, she joined our speaking club. She was not afraid anymore. She said, "Now I can say full sentences. I remember the words from the stories." That is what reading does. It gives you the words. It gives you the structure. It gives you confidence. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to start. Start small. Start easy. And read a little every day. Even 10 minutes a day is good. If you do that, after 1 month, you will see a big change. Your mind will think faster in English. You will know more words. You will feel more sure. And most important, you will enjoy English. Some people say, "I don't have time." But we all have 10 minutes. 10 minutes before bed. 10 minutes on the bus. 10 minutes with your morning tea. Use that time to read. You don't need to finish your book. Just 1 page is okay. 1 page today, 1 page tomorrow. That is how you grow. Slowly, gently, but always forward. In the next part of this story, I will tell you more about what to read and how to choose your book. I will also share how I used reading to learn French and Spanish. It changed my life. And it can change yours too. But now, my friends, I want you to think about one thing. Think about what you like. What makes you happy? Is it love stories? Is it adventure? Is it science? Find a book in English that has that. That is your book. That is your door to better English. And when you open that book, you are not just reading. You are learning. You are growing. You are becoming the English speaker you want to be. So take a breath. Pick a book. And let's read together. I am Ariel. And this is Bookish English. Let's make reading your superpower. Chapter 2. Small Steps, Big Hope. Now let me tell you how I started reading to learn languages. Many people think teachers are always good at learning. But that is not true. I had problems too. When I was learning French, I could not understand fast speech. I could not remember new words. I felt tired and slow. Then I remembered what I always tell my students. Read something easy. Read something fun. So I went to the library. I looked for French books. But many books were too hard. I felt lost. Then I found a very small book. It had pictures. It had easy words. It was for children. I thought, this is too easy. But I read 1 page. Then another. I understood. I smiled. I kept reading. That day, I read 20 pages. I did not use a dictionary. I just followed the story. I laughed. I felt happy. I felt smart. That was the first day I loved reading in French. After that, I read more. I found short stories. I found comics. I found easy novels. I read every day, sometimes 10 minutes, sometimes 30. I read before bed. I read with my tea. And slowly, French became my friend. I started to speak better. I started to think in French. My vocabulary grew. My grammar improved. But I did not study grammar rules. I just read. I saw the grammar again and again in the stories. That helped me more than any grammar class. Then I did the same with Spanish. I started with simple books. I read with joy. I did not care if the book was for kids. It helped me. And that was enough. Soon, I could speak to people in Spanish. I could write simple things. I felt proud. And I did it with reading. So now, when students ask me, "Ariel, what is the best way to learn English?" I say, start reading. Read what you love. Read what you understand. And they ask, what books should I read? My answer is simple. Read a book where you understand almost everything. That means maybe 1 or 2 new words on each page. Not 10 new words in every sentence. If you see too many hard words, find another book. The right book is not the hardest book. The right book is the easiest one that makes you happy. Some people think reading easy books is a waste of time, but it is not. Easy books are the best way to grow fast. You learn better when you enjoy the process, and easy books give you joy. Later, when you are ready, you can read harder books. But not now. Start small. Grow big. That is the way. I want to give you some ideas. Here are some good books for beginners. 1. Picture books for children. They have simple words. They have good stories. 2. Easy readers. These are books made for English learners. You can find them online or in bookstores. 3. Comic books. They are fun and fast to read. The pictures help you understand the story. 4. Fairy tales. Many fairy tales are short. You already know the stories, so it is easy to follow. 5. Books you know in your own language. Maybe you like Cinderella, or The Little Prince, or Harry Potter. If you already know the story, you can understand the English more easily. Try to find these books in English and read them slowly. Don't rush. You don't need to finish a book in one day. One page is enough. One paragraph is enough. Just read every day. That is the key. Some students say, "But Ariel, I don't have time to read every day." I understand. Life is busy, but even 5 minutes is enough. 5 minutes in the morning. 5 minutes at night. That is 10 minutes a day. In 1 week, that is 70 minutes. In 1 month, that is over 4 hours. And in 1 year, that is 50 hours of reading. That is a lot. And your English will grow. Your brain will be full of new words. You will speak better. You will write better. You will feel better. Reading is a slow road, but it is a strong one. It builds your English like a house, one brick at a time. And one day, you will look back and say, "Wow, I did it." But remember this: only read what you enjoy. If a book is boring, stop. Close it. Find another one. Reading should not be pain. It should not be stress. It should feel like a nice walk. You are walking through a story. You are finding new ideas. You are meeting new words. And you are learning without trying too hard. That is the best way. I want to share one more story. A girl named Sophia wrote to me. She is from Brazil. She said, "Ariel, I never liked English. I always failed my tests. Then I found your channel, Bookish English. I listened to your stories. I read the texts. I smiled. I felt good. I started to read your easy books. Now I read every night before sleep. I finished 3 books already. My English teacher said, 'What happened?' 'Your English is better.' I said, 'I read.' That message made me cry. It made me feel happy. Because that is the goal. To help people like you. People who want to learn. People who want to grow. But don't know how. Reading is how. Easy reading. Fun reading. Daily reading. You don't need big goals. You just need small steps. And those steps will take you far. Chapter 3. What to read and how to choose it. Many students ask me, "Ariel, how do I know which book is right for me?" This is a great question. If a book is too hard, you will stop reading. If it is too easy, you may get bored. So you must find your level. That means you must find books where you understand almost everything. Let's say there are 100 words on one page. If you understand 95 or more, that is a good book for you. If you understand only 80, it is too hard. If you understand all 100, maybe it is too easy, but still good if you enjoy it. I always say this: easy and fun is better than hard and boring. When a book is easy, your brain is relaxed. When you are relaxed, you learn more. If you read a hard book, you may stop after 5 minutes.